Hi everyone, it's Kara here from Boho Berry, and I am back today with a brand new Plan With Me video. I can't believe that October is just around the corner, and I'm pretty excited to go ahead and get set up for the month of October in my bullet journal. Now, the last couple of videos I've done, I have set up ahead of time and then kind of explained myself afterwards. This month, I'm keeping everything pretty much the same, so I thought I'd go back and do a regular time-lapse video. So I am going to dive in, get everything set up, speed that up with a little bit of music for you, and then I'll come back at the end to briefly go over everything that I've put in my bullet journal for the month of October. Before we dive in, I wanted to quickly touch on the supplies that I'm using. It's really just my typical everyday bullet journal supplies. So I have my official bullet journal notebook. This is a Leuchtturm 1917 that was done in collaboration with the creator of the bullet journal system, Ryder Carroll. If you're interested in this particular notebook, definitely check out my review video. I'll link that up in the corner here for you. For my black writing in my bullet journal, I use the Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen. I really like the S size. It's a 0.3 millimeter tip, so it's nice and fine. And then for pops of color, I like my Staedtler Tri-Plus fine liners. A little disclaimer about this pack, these are not the colors that it comes with. I actually have the larger 36 set, and I've picked out my favorite colors and the ones that I use most often and just put them in this little 10 pack. So just a disclaimer there, if you go looking for this 10 pack online, it's going to have slightly different colors in it than mine. And then finally, my Tombow dual brush pens. And I love these pens again for pops of color. They have a dual tip. And what I love about them is you have the larger brush tip for kind of shading in and coloring and doing some hand lettering type things. And then it has a smaller marker bullet tip on the other side. And I have gotten the question of why do I use both these and the Staedtler fine liners, and that's because even though this does have the smaller tip, it's not quite as fine as I would like for some things. So for general writing, I like to use the Staedtler fine liners, and then for drawing out borders and color coding and things like that, I like to use my Tombows. So I hope that settles some of that discrepancy there. And then finally, I'm going to be using a couple of stickers. These are full page A5 stickers, and these are available in my shop, or actually this one is available in my shop. It's the October tracker. So this is where I'm going to track all of my habits and things that I like to track throughout the month. And this is available in my shop. It's Boho Berry Papery on Etsy. And then I have this one. I created this on my iPad Pro just last night actually to welcome the month of October, and both of these are actually available as free printables in the Tribe Resource Library. So if you're not a Boho Berry Tribe member yet, that's my email list. If you're not a member yet, I'll add that link in the description box below so that you can go get signed up, and then you'll have access to all of my free printables. And I just printed these out on sticker paper so they're nice and easy to peel off and slap onto an entire page in my bullet journal. All right, if y'all are ready, let's dive in. All right, so that is it, y'all. Plain and simple. I kept it very, very simple this month. I started off again with my little Hello October, which I'm going to come in and color this in and make it pretty at some point later on. And then I have my October log with the upcoming events and appointments that I know about. I've got my October tracker all set up and ready to go. And then I also have my time log set up and ready to go. And I left a couple of blank pages because this is where I keep my Plan With Me challenge and my Rock Your Handwriting challenge prompts each month. And those are not out yet. They're going to be out next week. So as soon as those are available, I'm going to print those on sticker paper as well, slap those in here on these 2 pages. And then I have my gratitude log. And one thing you will notice, and I talked about this last month actually, that I was changing up my gratitude log for the month of September, and I went back to my traditional way of doing the gratitude log, and I'm so proud to say that I've been keeping it completely filled out every day. So I love, love, love that, and I'm happy to be back to my old format for my gratitude log because I was not keeping up with it there for a couple of months. And then the other thing that's missing is my editorial calendar. I decided not to copy that into my bullet journal this month. Although I really loved having the visual throughout the month of September, I found that too many things get changed around and it started to get confusing to me what was supposed to be on what week, because sometimes I shuffle things around depending on what I feel like writing or feel like filming that day. So I decided not to keep it in my bullet journal this month. So you'll notice that that is missing from the month of October. But I thought I'd do a quick flip through here of September and kind of show you what's been going on. I've been doing a really good job of keeping up with my log. And then I also have my time log, which I've been doing a great job of keeping track of. I'm going to do a post on this very, very soon. I'm actually considering writing this post for Friday, for the day that this video comes out. So don't quote me on that if I end up writing something different. Please don't be mad at me, but I promise I have a time log post and video coming very, very soon. But I've been keeping up with this really well this month. My Plan With Me, Rock Your Handwriting challenges. I've got my gratitude log, which again I've been filling out. And then my September tracker, which I'm in love with this month. It's very colorful and patterned. And then my Whole 60 food log, which apparently I forgot to log my food yesterday. I'll have to go back in and do that. But I've got this set up all the way through the end of my Whole 60. And then I've got my first weekly spread here. We've got dailies. I was doing some meal prep on that day. I started a new Calendex this month because my first Calendex only goes through the month of September. So now with October rolling around and me needing to schedule events and appointments in October, it was time to create a new Calendex. So I've created a new one here on this page, and then I actually indexed that in the index where it says Calendex. I have Calendex on page 1 and on page 155. And then Horizon are anything beyond the 4 months of my current Calendex. That is on page 2 and page 156. So I basically just recreated my Calendex spread so that any future appointments that get scheduled starting in the month of October, I'll have a place to index those. We've got more daily pages. I was planning out my office overhaul, which I have yet to complete, planning out my file of facts, more bullet journal 101 stuff. This I started taking some sketch notes on a craft photography course that I'm taking on Creative Live, and I had to pause it. I had too much other stuff going on, so I'm hoping to come back to this and finish out the course and finish out my sketch notes. I've got another weekly spread here, and then another bullet journal 101 planning. This was one of my stickers from my shop that my daughter had colored, and I had all this extra space. I didn't think I could fit Tuesday in that space that I had available. So I took the sticker that she colored and I trimmed it down to fit that open space that I had. And I love having that in here because my daughter colored it. So we have more daily pages. This is my Tombow dual brush pen. I got the 96 pen set, which is amazing. I love it so much. But I decided to kind of make myself a color chart so that I can easily refer and see what color each pen is, because they're not always exactly the color that they are on the cap. So I thought it would be nice to have this as a handy reference. And we got more daily pages. This is more bullet journal 101 planning. This was last week. More dailies, of course. Here is where I started planning out. I talked about this a little bit on Monday, but I started planning out my capsule wardrobe, which I'm still working on currently. And then this is my current week. So I'm pretty excited. I've gotten a lot done this week. I need to come back in here and mark some things off. But we have some more Bullet Journal 101 planning, some more daily pages, and then I just left a few blank pages before I started the month of October. And I've had some questions about how I decide how many pages to leave blank. I know that on average I go through about 1 page per 2 days. Sometimes I'll squeeze in 3 days, but for the most part, every day is a half page. So I left myself enough room. So it's the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th. And then I've left myself a couple of extra pages. I know I'm going to have a weekly spread that's going to go in there, so that's 2 pages. And then I essentially have 1 full page left over if I want to add anything in, any notes or anything like that. And usually I do a pretty good job of calculating how many pages I need. Sometimes I'll run out of pages and I'll have to keep going with, for example, I'd have September 29th and 30th at the beginning of October. And that's okay. I just deal with it. And then sometimes I'll have extra pages. And whenever I have extra pages, I like to just go back in and doodle or take notes or whatever I feel like filling those pages with. So that is it, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this plan with me, and I look forward to seeing you all for the final installment of Bullet Journal 101 on Monday. See y'all then. Bye.